guy brought one of his very few binders out here today, and I'm just so thankful that you guys get to see what this looks like in real time. What's up, fam? Listen, today we have a very unique episode. I don't do the whole animation, I don't do the whole cartoons, anime, but today is all about finances. We're going to be talking about Pokemon cards. Like, believe it or not, Pokemon cards is a multi-billion dollar industry. It's worth over $288 billion. And I got somebody here with me today, King Boom Games, that's going to show you his collection. He's going to teach you how to get into the game. He's going to teach you how to invest. And it's as easy as $5 on day one. What's up, fam? Welcome to Fundamental Works, episode 3. Today, we have a very, very unique episode. We have an episode that is going to bring a lot of viewers, a lot of money, because I know a lot of you guys been watching these episodes, collecting these cards, and I have a genius, an expert, somebody who is in the game hardcore, my boy, Yelson, aka King Boom Games. Yelson, what's up? Talk to him.
What's up? My name is Yelson. I've been collecting Pokemon cards for a while. For the last 6 years, I've been really into it, and I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, man. So listen,
Being
we got
allowed.
we got Yelson here, and Yelson is somebody who I truly admire. This guy, he's a history buff. He's a geek like me, and I've gotten to know him a lot more and more. And something that I've noticed is that he collects Pokemon cards. Anytime that we're on the road, he's stopping at Walmart's. He's going to GameStops. He's going into random Nintendo shops. And recently, I was just speaking to him. I'm like, yo, bro, like, why do you collect Pokemon cards? Because when I was growing up, I might have caught an episode or two or anything like that, but I was never into the souvenirs, the memorabilia, or anything like that. Yelson, tell us a little bit about what got you back into Pokemon cards. How did you start? Tell us a story.
I got back into Pokemon cards during COVID. I started playing on my Nintendo Switch. And then I got into. I was also streaming it, so I got like a viewer say, "Hey, do you guys collect cards?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, I haven't collected cards now recently, but I'm gonna go to GameStop and I started buying cards from that, and that's it got me hooked. I started opening packs. I started keeping some singles, and recently I started going to car shows. But that's how got me started playing the Switch Sword and Shield, the Pokemon game.
So Sword and Shield,
Yeah.
right? So you went from streaming to cards.
Yes.
So how was your streaming experience?
It was fun. It was great. I got to meet new people. I got to play with new people in the Pokemon community. It was a lot of fun.
So then how did from playing video games during the pandemic, obviously there's nothing to
Yeah,
do, you
there's
can't go
not.
outside.
Yes.
How did streaming lead to cards?
One of my viewers like, "Hey, do you collect Pokemon cards too?" I'm like, "No, I don't." And then once I got into it, I went to a GameStop. At the time, GameStop was still selling cards at retail value, MSRP, and I would get packs. I was opening. There was not a line. You just go, "Hey, I gotta get that pack," and you was able to get it.
Okay, so this is something that I'm very interested in because I talk about the S&P 500, I talk about real estate, we talk about business here in great detail. The fundamentals, we want to keep it basic. What's SRP?
MSRP.
MSRP, what's that?
MSRP, as suggested real manufacturer suggested retail price. That's the price that the manufacturer is trying to tell the stores to sell it at. So
Okay.
nowadays, GameStop is not selling the cars at that suggested price. They're literally selling it triple the price of what it should be sold at. But because the market is so crazy right now, you can't find any cars. They're like selling a pack that should cost you $4. They're selling it for $10 or $12.
Okay, so MSRP is retail. That's how much you should sell it at.
Yes,
But right now,
GameStop.
GameStop and all these other people are
Yeah.
selling it at market price, basically the black
Yeah.
market.
Yes, the market price.
Awesome. So now, when it comes to Pokemon, I know that Pokemon is TCG,
Hmm.
trading card games.
Hmm.
So talk to me a little bit about that because you said earlier individuals, packs, collections.
Yes.
How does that go?
So with the trading card game, you got the game, right? Which is just you playing against someone 1v1, and then you got people that just collect the card and they don't care about the game. You got people who just play the video game as a like Pokemon is like a whole universe. You got the video game, you got the movies, you got the anime, you got the trading card game, and you got the collector sides, you got the plushies. There's people that just collect all the plushies. So Pokemon has been around for a while, and there's collectors of everything about Pokemon. There's people that don't care about the cards, but they want to play. Yeah.
All right, so basically, you're talking about opening packs, collecting cards, battling.
Yeah.
You're talking about investing. You're talking about the market. There's people that buy. There's people that sell. What is it that right now in this TCG? What is it that you're specializing in, and what is something that you are getting into?
Right now, I'm trying to go into car shows. So I'm going into car show, trying to buy singles, any sealed products that I like, and I'm just looking at cars that will have potential for 5 years down the line.
Okay,
So
so you're talking about going to card shows. I saw that you were posting that you were at this card show in Queens, and there was a lot of booths and vendors and things like that. You named recently right now singles and sealed and unsealed.
yeah.
What's the difference?
So when you go to a store, right, they got a box of product, and you get to there's packs of cards in it, which is a sealed product, right? You go into the store and you keep it and you collect it on your background, right? Whatever. You don't open it at all. Then a pack is the booster pack where it has the cards in it, and then the singles is what's the cards and individual cards.
Okay, so basically, why would you not open up a pack?
Because in the future there won't be enough packs to open. So theoretically, like there'll be less of sealed products in the future than the cards.
Okay, so I'm new to this. I'm new to this,
Yes.
but this sounds a lot like stocks,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
right? So now let's say that you have the world's most expensive card
hmm
in that pack and you don't open it, or if you do open it, what's the difference?
So that's the gamble, right? You don't know what's in the pack. You might get the most expensive card, and then you open it, and it's the dud. It's like you get 25 cents cards. That's the game, right? You're trying to open packs to get the best card, and then you could spend a box, right? Spend 100 on the box, and then that box only gives you $20 worth of cards. Or you open it and it gives you $800 worth of cards, depending what's in it. That's the gamble.
And gotta catch them all has
Yeah.
a new meaning.
Yeah, definitely. So a lot of people, there's different collectors. People like to keep their stuff sealed and not risk it. I'm gonna keep it sealed, and I know in 5 or 10 years down the line, it's gonna be worth double or triple, or even more than that, depending on the set.
Okay, so I want to get into the portion of the show where we speaks about finance and mindset. You have brought something up to me earlier, and I'm still not a Pokemon collector. I'm still not invested, but I'm thinking about it, right? You had told me that the S&P 500 20 years ago, if you put in $1,000,
Yeah,
today you'd probably get anywhere from seven to $10,000 return.
yeah.
But
If yeah, go.
go ahead, go ahead.
And then if you put it, if you would have put it into Pokemon 20 or 25 years ago, it would have been up to 100K. You would have got a sealed box of a Pokemon. Like right now, a booster box from the base set, I think it's going for like 50K, and that booster box was $100 back in the day.
What's a booster box?
A booster box is a box with 36 packs in it.
So basically, like a pack.
A box with a bunch of packs in it. Yeah.
Okay,
So if you
and
would have kept it sealed in 2001, that box would have been up 20K right now. But that's if you
minimum 20K,
yeah,
but anywhere up to 100K also.
100K, yeah, yeah. And then and if the car in there was a PSA 10, that's millions of dollars and stuff like that.
But we were speaking before the camera came on. You were telling me that Pokemon media franchise is the number one media franchise in the world.
Yes. Comparing it to Hello Kitty, Star Wars, Disney, Mickey Mouse. If I'm not mistaken,
Marvel,
Marvel, yes. Those yes,
Capcom.
bigger than all those, yes.
So basically, you were telling me that right now, Pokemon revenue is about $280 billion. Hello Kitty is $88 billion. And Mickey Mouse, which has been around since before our parents were born,
Yeah.
is worth $74 billion
Not
in revenue.
yeah, they
In
mean
revenue, in revenue.
since the beginning of the franchise. Yeah.
And why do you think that the market has blown up like that?
The kids that in the 90s that were kids then now have money. So like now that they're 30, they're in their 40s, about to be in their 50s, right? Those kids that grew up with Pokemon are now like, I have money. I want to get the cards I couldn't get when I was a kid. And that's what started like, what, 10 years ago?
Okay, so basically what you're saying is it's basically the kids that grew up idolizing the show. They loved the show. They didn't have any money to buy it then, and they just became fans of Pokemon, and now they're collecting it because they have the money to do so.
Yes,
So
exactly.
basically, like if you were a kid in the 80s and you saw Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
and you idolized them, you didn't have the money for the memorabilia, but now you're buying the jerseys, you're buying the cards, and it's worth more.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so with all this that you've been doing, because you said that you're in the game now 6 years, what has been the biggest mindset shift for you when it comes to buying cards, showing up to shows, and consistently just being an investor?
I try to keep stuff sealed. I don't gamble. Like I don't try to open every pack that I get. I just I buy something, I keep it sealed, and then I do buy singles. I don't buy a lot of packs to open anymore. That's the difference. I don't gamble the money I invest in. Like if it's something I'm buying, I'm not gonna open it just to open it for fun.
Okay, so basically, when you go to these card shows or anywhere, if it's a pack, you buy the pack, you stash the pack, you
Yeah,
do not open it.
yeah,
But if it's a single, it's basically a card that you
yeah,
know what it is that you're buying. You
yes,
know that you're buying a
yeah.
Pikachu or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, and I singles, I like to get cards that I like that 10, 20 years down the line, I don't care what's the worth of that card. That if that card goes down, at least I like that card. But if that card's blow up, I'm gonna be happy that I bought five of them or two of them.
So you brought a little bit of your collection right here today.
Yeah,
I would love if you shared maybe some of your favorite cards, some of your
yeah,
biggest wins, and maybe just some cards that you added recently to your portfolio that have made you money or that have gone up in market value.
yeah, I got
So
you.
if you could take out some cards right now and
Yes,
show us.
yes, of course. This is my. I also collect Dragon Ball Z, but I have it over here. That yeah, the biggest Dragon Ball Z card. I have it in this binder.
Yo, listen, man,
One
I'm a
Piece.
guy that I like tangible things. I like owning real estate. I like owning my stocks. I like seeing my
And this
things.
is why this is so amazing because it is tangible, right? It's not like a stock, right? You have no control with it. If they say, all right, stocks are illegal or whatever, for whatever reason, or you can't buy stocks, you can't. This is actually physical, like art. And that's the biggest thing at the moment. And I'm gonna go like a lower end card. Like this
Yeah,
card that
because
I
like at the
bought,
end of the day, like listen,
you don't
I
need money. Yeah, you
I, I,
just,
I want to show people that there's millions of ways to make money, whether it's your hobby, whether it's whether it's something that you really just want to invest in. Because I don't care if you bought a card for $5 and the car's worth 90. I don't care if you bought the card for 20 and now it's worth 400. I just want people to know and see that it's very basic to start investing and getting into these things, and you're real life proof of it really happening. So I'm thankful that you're here on the podcast today, and I never in 100 years would have thought that I would have been doing a Pokemon episode. I want you to show these cards right here. Tell the story behind these cards, how much you bought them for, how much they cost now.
well, this one right here, this Umbreon is like one of my first cards that I've gotten when back in like during COVID, 2019, around there, and I got it for $5, right? So anyone don't buy coffee for a day, don't buy a juice for a day, and you could buy this card. Now it's worth like 35. So what's the percent for
That's
that one?
7 times the money.
Yeah, 700%.
Yeah,
How hard is that to do on the stock market?
that's if you're not behind the screen every single day and you don't know what's happening with
Yeah.
crypto, the ups, the downs, and you're not doing option trading, that's very hard to do.
Yes. And then I also got One Piece. I got into One Piece in November, and this was I got this for $80. A little, a little more expensive. And if in the past 5 months it is at 140, 140 something right now. So that's
So
up what? From 80 to 140, that's like a
you
what,
almost
70
doubled the profit. You almost doubled the
almost, right? In a
profit.
few months.
Yeah, if you get to 13 more dollars, it's 160.
Yeah.
What is this card right here? What's the
This
name of this
is
card?
One Piece. So this is another anime. It's popping off. The TCG is another game completely, but it's also very popular. If you guys are into anime, you guys know Luffy, the main character right here. This is the Japanese version of it, of the magazine, the first magazine ever. It's a promo. You're going to get it from Japan. I got it on.
Awesome, awesome. Yo, listen. You got to be out in these streets if you're gonna be collecting, man.
Yeah. And then Dragon Ball Z. Everyone knows Dragon Ball Z. It's a classic. It blew up recently. I got this off a pack. I went to GameStop. They had no Pokemon cards. And when I went to GameStop, I'm like, damn, I had it to open. And I saw like they had Dragon Ball Z. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z. So I bought 8 packs. And I got this one. It's like one of my favorite characters, Trunks. And he was worth like $20 or $40 in January. And now this card is worth like $340 right now. From $40 in January, and now it's worth $340 in August.
Yo,
I mean
yo,
July.
yo, listen. I gotta get on these packs.
Yeah, like it's
Um,
crazy when you hit right and it's just like out of nowhere. And then I got this my favorite Pokemon Snorlax. I got this card for like $10 in August. Now it's worth 35. So like little things like that. And this is like little samples of the cards I just get when I'm going to car shows, or you go scroll on eBay and pick cards that you like.
Yo, he's giving y'all the game, and he's showing y'all this is the price of a bacon, egg, and cheese, a chopped cheese, a Gatorade, a ice cream. It doesn't take too much to invest. It just takes the mindset. Now, you are here. and you're talking about prices, where can I go and see the evaluation of these cards?
The best app that I use is the collector app. I have it on my phone, and you just scan the card. Right now, I have my trunks, right? This trunks, and it tells me it's a graph. I don't know. I think you're closer. It's a graph that shows me how
See
were
it?
the price from the last 6 months, and
That
you see the
looks,
growth, and it looks
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
We see it right there. Look, we see the arrow and we see the line graph going up. So that means that that money is going all up.
Yeah, it
Uh,
started at $42, and now it's at three. The high was 379, and it's stabilizing like at 320.
yeah, this
It
is
just
what.
blew up like a month, 2 months ago.
Yo, this is gonna be one of these parts of the episode right here. Like, yo, he's giving you the game. He's giving you the names of the cards. He's giving you where you buy them. He's giving you. He's even giving you the app. We're gonna have to put one of these things right here with the app and the picture and the thing,
And then I
and make
got
sure that they download the app and start
yeah,
collecting.
and then
What?
you got the One Piece card too as well. It has all the any game you want you like, any card game you like, you can find it. You find the card, you find the price. The starting price 6 months ago was at $84. Or 3 months ago was at 84, and now it's at 146. Right there. Look at the graph.
Yo, listen,
Like
man.
this is an, and it links you to the eBay. So if you wanted to go, all right, I like this card right now, go on eBay and you go straight to the ones that are selling right now, and it shows you what it's selling. So right now, someone's selling it for 160, 200, yeah, 200, 160,
Yo,
and I got that car for 84. And then
this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. This is the number one media franchise cars. This is over Marvel Capcom. This is over the Avengers, Superman, Batman, Mickey Mouse, Disney, Hello Kitty. And listen, I love Hello Kitty. Not that I collect anything Hello Kitty, but I love the collaboration that Hello Kitty had with Sephora. I
yeah,
saw that when Sephora launched their own Hello Kitty line, that Hello Kitty was gonna blow up. These are simple things that I'll be looking at.
like right now, the Los Angeles Dodgers had a collab with One Piece, the TCG. So if you went to the Dodgers game, you would have got a card as a batting Luffy. So that was it. People are buying the card at the game for $600. So let's say you don't know nothing about One Piece. There was people right in that game. I'll buy the card for you for 600, $700.
And once
You can look it
again,
up.
these are things that are all around us. And then like, we're talking about a Japanese card, and we're talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers, probably arguably the greatest baseball player to ever live, Otani.
Yeah.
Pitcher, Cy Young, home run
Yes.
leader, and all these other things.
Yes.
So these are things that are integrated in our every single day life. And for a lot of people, we were talking earlier about how you didn't have the money to buy it when you were younger, and now you got the money to do it. I know that you're somebody who you save a lot of money, you invest a lot of money, and you have to also live your life. You know, you have to go out there, you have to eat food, you have to do these things. When you first started collecting, what was the biggest sacrifice that you made to start collecting cards?
Like when I was getting serious and like, damn, I want to get that card, I just wouldn't eat breakfast. Not like outside breakfast. I would eat breakfast at the house, but I wouldn't get a coffee. I wouldn't get like a bagel or something. I would just try to save that $8 in the morning, and then at the end of the week, I'll have enough to get some cards or buy some packs, and that would be like that's how I get my cards
Yo,
just by
listen,
sacrificing
listen,
little things
that's
like that.
beautiful because, like, look, listen. Sometimes when you don't have money, you have to invest your time, and when you want to save money, you have to invest your time. So sometimes you don't want to go to the store and buy the bacon, egg, and cheese or chopped cheese because it costs $8, $10 with the bev. Well, you could just buy the whole entire pack of eggs, bacon, and everything, and do it for 15 for the whole entire week. I remember when I was first buying my house and I was flipping my house. I was working in 135th in Harlem, and I would walk from 135th all the way to 191st in Amsterdam.
Hmm.
And for me, it's not that I was saving the $3 on the train or saving the $3 on the bus. It was about the journey. It was about like I'm not gonna buy water outside that costs $1 because I'm not thirsty and I don't need it right now. I can make it. And it's like, do I have $1 to buy a water? Yes. Do I have $3 to take the train? Yes. But sometimes when you're attached to certain goals, there's a lot of things that you have to subtract from your life if you want to multiply your blessings. He just told you he stopped buying coffee and bagels. That's $5 one day. One of his cars that he bought for $5 costs $35 right now. What are some other big wins that you've had in your collection?
Oh, right now I have a booster box. Booster box are packs. I got a booster box for One Piece that I got for 130, in October. How much do you think that costs right now? November 19, it was at, let's see, 136, and now it's at 496 in November. And that's like the biggest thing I've hit. Like having, and that was like in a couple in 6 months, in less than six
Yeah,
months.
yeah, yeah. And listen, I remember that in November we hanging out
Yeah,
and we were walking, we were getting some food, and you were telling me you were collecting Pokemon cards, and I kind of laughed at you or whatever the case may be. Now I guess you had the last laugh.
yeah.
But I was telling you how my nephew, that's 12 years old at that time, he was collecting cards, and we called him, we FaceTime. My nephew's obviously collecting as well. I might have to give him a couple dollars for his collection and
Mm.
see
Take it.
if I could get in the game. You know what I'm saying? But if there's anything that you want to leave people with, any financial advice, any fundamental advice, because I just want to keep it simple. If my thing is the fundamentals work, if you work the fundamentals, what's any advice that you could give the people?
Invest in what you like or love, right? Like Pokemon right now, I like to do it, so I'm gonna put my money in it and be smart and put in things that I like. Because even if like this is tangible, so I like this, right? If it goes to zero, I still have this car that's worth something to me. If I buy a stock like Apple and it's not worth anything, 5 years down the line, then it's just not worth anything.
And listen, I love Apple.
But Apple,
I love
yeah, yeah,
Apple.
yeah, yeah.
Apple's elite.
Yes, yes.
Apple AirPods, Apple iPad, Apple TV, Apple desktop. Everybody has Apple. You people out there messing up the group chat with the green Samsungs, I love you, but Apple is something that's
Yes.
on the rise and is always going to keep reinventing itself. But
You don't have to make money in something you don't like.
yeah,
There's money to be made anywhere.
that
Anywhere.
that's the gem.
Yeah.
There's money to be made everywhere. There's
Yeah.
money to be
It's
made everywhere. So now, I know you're streaming. I know you're active on social media. I know you're active at these card shows and all over the place. How can people reach you?
King Boom Games on Instagram. Yeah.
King Boom
Boom
Games
Games. Yeah.
on Instagram. And do you like answer DMs to trading cards?
Yeah,
Do you?
definitely. I'm trying to get more into that as I'm going to the car shows, trying to get my name out there, trying to, meet new people in New York City and Queens, and trying to get into those car shows. And hopefully vend in the next couple of months. I'm
Yo,
gonna start vending and start having my own table at a show.
yeah, yeah.
It'll be
Listen,
dope.
listen, everybody. Stay tuned. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all, really has a new meaning where you gotta catch 'em all. I'm thankful for your time, Yelson. I'm thankful for this enlightening, this education, and this empowering about collecting cards, the number one trading card game in the world, the biggest multi-billion-dollar industry in the world. Um, money's to be
Money's
made everywhere.
everywhere, nonstop.